You ever wake up in the morning and think, you know what, Dragon Ball GT was right, and that is because they absolutely were right.
The Dragon Balls were overused.
At this point now, we are getting into ridiculous levels of plot development, and it doesn't get much better from here, so we need to snip this in the bud before this gets out of hand. No more of this, Toyotaro and Toriyama. Now you guys are working together on this, so y'all will be tried and sentenced together with this. You both are guilty of breaking the Dragon Balls, and I present to you Exhibit A, Chapter 79, Gas versus Granola.
Guilty, 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 guilty!
With Elec hitting the bar and watching destruction that Gas is causing against the Z fighters from a considerable distance away, we find out that phase 1 of his operation is finally complete. It is time to go on to phase 2. But little does he know that Vegeta is here to ruin all his plans as he grants Granola a Senzu Bean and gives him the opportunity to redeem himself and face off against Gas, getting the revenge he has sought after. Leaving a full-powered Granola with only one course of action, and that is to stop the manhandling of his grandpa Monaito and do some manhandling of his own against Maki and Oil. And at this point, it's finally time to suit up and for Granola to reattach the physical embodiment of his conscience on his eye, which is essentially his Cortana, powering up in front of him and unleashing the skill and ability of his left eye. The warrior that only got his abilities by wishing for it disrespects hard work even more by tossing Goku, the embodiment of hard work, aside like a ragdoll. Gas must have watched the same film theory that I did and attacks Granola head on, but in this initial skirmish we get to see the difference between both these warriors' skill set as Granola uses his 6-shooter revolver technique, dodging Gas's attack and shooting from the hip, trying to get Gas in the gut. But Gas, a little too quick, uses the shields the way they're intended, quickly discarding them for a spear that Granola catches and swings right back at Gas, who decides ranged weapons are the way to go. Using the kunai almost as a distraction, Gas brings up a giant oversized cartoonish Looney Tune ball, trying to hit Granola with it, but Oatmeal's got Granola's back and Granola is able to catch the ball just in time. Unfortunately, all these weapons are made out of ki, and Gas makes it explode right in Granola's face. And now it is Naruto time once again. But using a Trigram's palm rotation, Granola catches all the kunai in his hand, and unfortunately Gas doesn't think of, letting the kunai explode in such close proximity to Granola, and instead decides to cosplay as Wolverine. And these weapons honestly have no effect against Granola because Granola is dodging them all with the abilities that he has gained with becoming the strongest person in the universe. Essentially, he made a wish that made him Goku, made him Vegeta, put him on that level, and Gas is still using abilities that he had when he was just a normal warrior. Vegeta basically says as much because Gas is not used to these abilities whatsoever at this point, just like Granola wasn't, but Granola had an entire training session trying to kill Goku and Vegeta all at once, so he is a step ahead when it comes to using this Goku wish to its fullest potential.
Your training is complete. Go!
Gas wants to beat Granola with his own strength, not the strength that was granted to him by the wish, and that is something that Maki touches on before Granola socks Gas right in the face. And then Gas finally sees the bigger picture, creating an aura shield around him and then blasting Granola with a devastating attack right in his face, point blank range, leaving Granola bleeding from his left eye. Gas sees this as a failure. He wanted to kill Granola with his own abilities and techniques that he's honed throughout the years, but now he is forced to use and rely on the abilities granted to him by the dragon, using instant transmission, a technique that took Goku a long ass time to master and Vegeta many chapters to not even master but use only once. And he uses it effortlessly. He has the same abilities that Granola has, catching Granola by surprise, punching him straight in the gut, Granola showing one of the funniest faces that I've ever seen in a Dragon Ball Super manga panel, and then Gas uses Destruction ability, the same abilities that Vegeta and Goku can both use that mimic the gods of destruction. They are on that same level, and they just wished for it. This is the reason that I'm saying that the dragon is broken, the wish is broken. Never do this again. I'm enjoying it for right now, but I'm telling you how it is. Never do this again. Or at least have the next arc be Shadow Dragons, where the dragons break through the Dragon Balls, every single one of them, and we have an army of disgruntled dragons that are tired of selfish wishes, because this is too much power just to wish for it.
Guilty, 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 guilty!
Then at this point, the fight basically evolves to just instant transmission fighting, where each character is trying to attack the other, but they instant transmission out of the way, prompting Goku to say, are they for real? They're both using instant transmission like it's nothing, and I struggled so hard to learn that move. Because he did, because Goku worked his ass off for it, and these guys, they just wish for it. If you don't see the problem here, then I don't know what to tell you, honestly. There is an issue here. But Vegeta comes to the realization that Gas's abilities are sloppy at best. He hasn't had enough time to master instant transmission or master any of these Goku and Vegeta Beerus techniques to their extent, and Granola had a training course, a crash course with Goku and Vegeta, so Gas is on the back foot because of experience alone, and that's exactly how this chapter ends. If you like Dragon Ball videos, I have another one that I recommend to you right here.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.